How constitutional duties and royal protocol could influence Princess Leonor's future wedding. What if your wedding wasn't just a family celebration? What if every decision from the venue to the guest list carried national significance? For most couples, a wedding is one of the happiest days of their lives. But for Princess Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, any future wedding would likely be much more than a personal milestone. It could become a constitutional event, a diplomatic occasion, and a symbol of continuity for the Spanish monarchy. Although there are no public plans for Princess Leonor to marry, her future role makes it fascinating to explore how constitutional duties and royal traditions could shape such an occasion. So, what would make a future royal wedding different from any other? Let's find out. Chapter 1, A princess destined to become queen. Princess Leonor has been preparing for her future role since childhood. As the heir to the Spanish throne, every stage of her education has reflected that responsibility. From official engagements to military training, her life has been focused on preparing to serve Spain as its future monarch. That means that major life events including a future marriage would naturally attract national and international attention. Unlike most weddings, her future ceremony would likely represent not only a union between two people but also a moment of significance for the institution of the crown. Chapter 2, The Constitution comes first. Spain is a constitutional monarchy. That means the monarchy operates within the framework of the Constitution and democratic institutions. The Constitution defines the monarch's role and establishes the succession to the throne. While it does not publicly prescribe whom Princess Leonor must marry, her future position means that any marriage would inevitably be viewed through the lens of constitutional responsibility. People would naturally ask questions. How would her future spouse adapt to public life? How would the marriage reflect the stability of the monarchy? How would the couple represent Spain at home and abroad? These aren't questions most couples ever have to consider. For a future queen, they would likely become part of the public conversation. Chapter 3, A wedding watched around the world. Royal weddings are global events. Millions of people tune in. International media provide live coverage. Foreign royal families, heads of state, diplomats, and distinguished guests often attend. If Princess Leonor marries in the future, her wedding would likely become one of the most watched events in Spain in many years. Every detail from the music to the ceremony would be carefully planned to balance tradition with modern expectations. That level of attention creates excitement, but it also brings immense pressure. Chapter 4, Royal Protocol shapes every detail. Royal protocol exists for a reason. It helps official events run smoothly and reflects the dignity of the institution. If Princess Leonor were to marry, protocol could influence many aspects of the occasion. The order of arrivals, the seating of dignitaries, official attire, military honors, state security, diplomatic invitations, national symbolism. Even details that seem simple often require careful coordination. Far from taking away the joy of the occasion, protocol helps ensure that an event of national importance proceeds with respect and order. Chapter 5, A future spouse's new reality. Whoever one day marries Princess Leonor would experience an extraordinary change in life. Public appearances, official ceremonies, international travel, security arrangements, constant media attention. Supporting a future queen would involve responsibilities unlike those faced by almost anyone else. While every marriage requires commitment, a royal marriage also involves adapting to a life of public service. That adjustment would likely become one of the biggest changes for any future spouse. Chapter 6, Balancing tradition and modern life. Modern European monarchies have evolved significantly over the past century. Today's royal families often seek to balance historic traditions with contemporary values. If Princess Leonor eventually marries, her wedding would likely reflect both. Centuries-old customs could stand alongside modern elements that reflect today's Spain. Finding that balance would be important not only for the ceremony itself but also for how it is remembered by future generations. Conclusion: no one knows when Princess Leonor may marry, or whom she may choose. Those are deeply personal matters, and there are no public announcements regarding her future wedding. What is clear, however, is that any future marriage would take place within the unique context of her role as Spain's future queen. Constitutional duties would shape the broader context. Royal protocol would guide the ceremony. Public attention would be unavoidable. Yet at its heart, it would still be a wedding, a celebration of two people beginning a new chapter together. That balance between public duty and private happiness is one of the defining challenges of modern royalty. For Princess Leonor, any future wedding would likely become more than a memorable royal occasion. It would represent the next step in the story of Spain's future monarch, while reminding the world that even those born into royal families share many of the same hopes for love, commitment, and family. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you think modern royal families can balance centuries-old traditions with personal choice? We'd love to hear your perspective.